NSC Strategic Communication Coordinator John Kirby defending the White House decision to ease oil sanctions against Venezuela this week. Watch.
Why is it that President Biden would rather let U.S. companies drill for oil in Venezuela than here in the U.S.?
That's not an accurate take on the president's view.
Earlier this month, he said no more drilling. There is no more drilling.
The president has issued 9,000 permits for drilling on U.S. federal lands, Peter, 9,000 of them being unused. There are plenty of opportunities for oil and gas companies to drill here in the United States.
That's a really good reporter. But our next guest lost his job when the XL Keystone Pipeline was shut down. Neal Crabtree joins us right now live in the studio.
Nice to be here, Steve.
Good to have you. So what do you make of John Kirby from the Pentagon saying, 9,000 leases or permits are out there?
I think it's a bit of a smoke and mirrors. There's a huge difference between the government making leases available and actually issuing the permits. There may be 9,000 spots that we could drill, but the same administration that's making the leases available also control the permits. And right now, the permitting process in this country it's ridiculous. There's probably a dozen different agencies that have their hands in it, and any one of them can shut you down at any time. I would really like to see something done where one agency controlled the permitting for all energy projects in this country, but that's probably something that's another president will have to tackle.
Well, you know, on day one, he essentially got you fired by pulling the plug on the Keystone Pipeline. And now, rather than produce oil here in the United States, expand production here in the United States, going to Venezuela, and they're doing a process. Their infrastructure down there is shot. It's going to take like $50 billion to fix it up. We're going to get 20, 30,000 barrels a day, which is a drop in the world oil bucket. But he'd rather go there than talk to the governor of Oklahoma or Texas or South Dakota about increasing production.
You're right about that, and that's probably one of the most frustrating things to me as a worker, you know, in this country is we're not going to get a lot of oil from them at the beginning, but it's the willingness of the administration to invest in another country, help build back their infrastructure, get them up and going. But I guess when you support socialist ideas, you support socialist countries.
It's not just that. It's a dictator. And when you look at the guy who's running the show over there, Mr. Maduro, I mean, look at that. Opponents jailed, tortured, attacked, killed, stuff like that. That's our partner, that guy right there now.
Yeah, that's a bad partner to have. I would rather be partnered up with our companies here at home. One of the things I find really interesting about this is earlier this year, I actually testified before Congress when they bought all these companies in there. Chevron was there and told them they're going to stop producing oil in this country. And now here they are basically giving them permission to do it elsewhere. It's like if we don't see it happening here in the United States, it's not happening anywhere.
Well, Neal, you know this administration wants everybody to drive an electric car. And forget about the fact that the electricity to drive the car comes from oil or coal. Electric car, that's the future.
Well, it's not in my future. You know, I'm not a political science major, but I can look at a map and I can see where the Democrats are supported by about 4 or 5 major cities in this country. And I don't think energy is a big issue to them. You know, where I come from, public transportation is not available. I could probably actually live here in New York City and never own a vehicle my whole life. But where I come from, it takes trucks, it takes tractors, and it takes diesel fuel to make this country run.
I grew up in a spot much like that. Neal, thank you very much for joining us from Arkansas today.
Thank you.
All right. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.